Hello, everyone, and welcome to Real Talks.
Be real talk. Life in a movie, seeing critics blind as critic, they don't fuck with me. Flows acidic.
If this is you tuning into the second episode, welcome back. If this is the first episode you're tuning into, welcome. I'm your host, Keen Tut. Today we'll be talking about the movie Nobody 2.
You guys having fun at the convention?
I've seen the first one, I enjoyed it, figured I'd go see the second, let me be a loyal customer. This is a movie that has some star members in it, like Bob Odenkirk. Some of you guys know him better and Better Call Saul or from Breaking Bad. And another star you may know or recognize in this film is RZA. And if you don't recognize RZA, just know he ain't nothing to fuck with, alright? And this movie's gonna prove to that too. Starting off, let's go through some of the ratings from some of the other movie critics. Rotten Tomatoes gave this movie a 78%. IMDb gave this a 7.6. Oh, I'm dyslexic. A 6.7 out of 10. Sorry about that. And Fandango gave it a 99. I don't know what kept it from getting that additional 1%. Just kidding. I do. But yeah, all in all, I can kind of flow with these. All right, to get things started, we'll go over some of the key moments. The first thing I thought was really cool about this movie is it paid a lot of homage to other action films and things like that. So there's a lot of scenes within this movie that I felt needed a lot of attention or wanted to bring some attention to. That would be the casino scene, the elevator fight sequence, and even the arcade scene. Just the way they were shot, absolutely gorgeous, beautiful, Couldn't have done it better myself. Don't know why I broke out into that. But there was one moment that did kind of stick out as well. And it was right after the arcade sequence. Bob is having a conversation with his son in prison, or not in prison, in jail. Jesus, there's a difference. Let me stop. He's having a conversation with his son in jail. They're both locked up, both of them crash outs. And he's telling his son that violence isn't the answer. He's the wrong motherfucker to be preaching that, Like, you just got done assaulting a shit ton of grown-ass men, like, in an arcade, in front of their children, at their place of work. Like, you are not the person to be preaching that violence is not the answer stuff right now. And that's some real talk.
Let's do this.
Deeper meanings in the movie. Not too many. It's an action movie. But there are some key things that I felt like they really did a great job representing. And one of those was like what the meaning of family is, or the cinematic what the meaning of family is. Because we all know the real meaning of family, and a lot of the time that shit ain't it. Family are the friends we don't get to pick. Friends are the family we do pick. Don't forget that. And if you quote me, if you quote me, come on, show me some love. All right, but I digress. Some of the deeper meanings in this movie, they did a great job of representing that it's all, like, above all else, family. You have their back, and you take care of what you need to take care of. Yeah, y'all are gonna have your own problems within, but it's y'all versus the world. Respect that, Not a lot of people think that way. A lot of siblings will bitch and moan about someone's taking up a lot of bathroom time and hold that grudge all their life. Stupid shit, The next one would be, there was a quote that no son wants what their father built. I thought that was interesting, and I feel like the same goes for a daughter and a mother. But I don't know if the same is said for a son to a mother or a daughter to a father. I feel like it's a different type of relationship there. And who would want to bear that torture, carry that weight, that legacy? I'm not getting into that now. This is not family therapy. But I thought that was a really cool line that has a deeper meaning, hit in a lot of different ways. Made me think a little bit different on life. At the same time, both sides of the spectrum in this movie, they were both having father-son issues damn, y'all gonna start thinking I got father-son issues. Nah, me and my pops, we cool. We really good. But the father-son issues was happening on both ends of the spectrum in this movie, which I thought was crazy because even when one person's trying to be a good father, his son still resents him. And when the other is doing what he can for power and ends up being an asshole, that kind of shit ends up leaking onto his son, and his son becomes similar to him, and his son then resents him. Turning points of the film. There was not too many turning points, but a lot of them are similar turning points that you may have seen from other movies or the first movie, but that's all right. One of the first turning points, I guess I've said this before about a key moment, was the arcade fight scene. That's when the family vacation went from being a vacation to now, hey, you pissed off some people because your son fucked up his son. So now he want to flex on y'all on your family vacation, want to kick you guys out of town because, yo, he runs this town. And we run this city. We built this. I don't know why I did that. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. ADHD stem, I guess. Yeah, so he trying to flex on this. And it just don't go well for both parties because their vacation's now over. And now all these people gotta die at the hand of a man that just want to go on vacation with his family. Like, I understand both crash outs, definitely, like, but like this is too much of a crash out over a situation, you know. Honestly, this is gonna sound fucked up, but if it was something like this, my son got in a fight with his son and he messed up his son's pitching arm, I mean, I let them duke it out round 2, best 2 out of 3. You know what I mean? We stay out of it. It's not our problem. You know, you just mad because your son lost something that mattered to him because he wanted to be stupid. Consequences for the actions. All right. Nobody asked him to do it, so we got his ass whooped. I digress. The other is the kidnapping of the enemy's son. Once that shit happened, all hell kind of broke loose. That father did not know what to do and started losing his shit. And at that very same time, once the son was about to be returned, the burning of money. Where have we seen that before? Oh, wait, you put it together. Almost like in the first movie, you know? There's a couple of things that were going down in this film that I think maybe we've seen these before. Cliches. Every movie's got cliches, all right? And we know this. So I took it upon myself to go through and pick out a few of them, you know? I enjoy this part. Helps stimulate the mind. So some of these movie cliches that I found within Nobody 2. Okay, family vacation goes sour. Kids don't want to go on vacation. Like, we've seen this already. We've seen it in a number of movies. We've seen it in the movie Vacation. Things go awry, but people got to make the best out of it. They band together. They figure out what family means and rah, rah, rah. Yeah, we've seen it before, man. I appreciate y'all trying to do a little take, different twist, a little something different with it. A little something different. different with it, and doing like an assassin wants to take a break and he's trying to get out the life, John Wick style. I'm not saying these aren't things we haven't seen before, but it's something we've already seen from the first movie because that's what you showed us, you know. I wasn't disappointed. I was just hoping for something a little different. And that's all right. And another one of these cliches is like, yo, like, when can we ever get like a cool, calm, collected villain that like moves on the sly, that don't just like, as soon as something happens, they just start crashing out and kill them, shoot them dead, do this, do that. Nah, like, come on, yo, like, we're the sly tit for tat villains, you know what I mean? Like, we need some jokers in these movies, yo. Like, Joker like to do some shit to get attention, but he's not immediately just like, bah! You know, like his first attack may be like take one person out. His first attack is not nuking a hospital. You know, it's crazy. He builds up to that point. So I don't know why crash out villains are so quick to just murder motherfuckers' bloodlines and shit like that. And you got a crash out villain against a crash out fucking hothead dad that can't even remember to take the trash out on time, same time every week. Everyone seems to have this problem apparently. I guess his life was getting a little monotonous and a little tiresome, but that's what he wanted, and he wanted to just be a normal guy, and that's okay. But come on, yo, control your temper. Go to therapy, because like once you control this, nothing can control you. That's it. As promised, I want to go through a part that I personally enjoyed called think I've seen this before, you know, where it's a segment where I pick out things in a movie that I think I've seen before. Yeah, a little of them could be blend into the cliche area, but with this section, I like to try to piece them to where I may have seen them. All right, and boom. All right, first 5 minutes of the movie, I know exactly where the fuck I saw that. I saw that in the first movie, you know, all the same shit. Sitting at an interrogation table. There's an animal at the table. Who are you? I'm nobody. All right, and then title screen. You know what I mean? Invincible style and that shit. Second thing of I think I've seen this before. His pinky getting cut off and a fish eating it. Right. When I was watching the movie, I was like, yo, that fight sequence was mad cool. Like on the boat, da 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 da. And that happened. I was like, oh shit. Like at least he can try to get that joint back. And then the bass ate it, and I was like, wait, where have I seen this shit before? Me, Myself, and Irene. That's where I seen that shit before. There was an end fight on a bridge. Motherfucker lost his finger. Yup. They went back to get that shit later. Fish ate that shit. Yup. If you haven't seen that Jim Carrey movie, go watch it. Fire film, fantastic. All-star cast in it too. I digress.
I'm on fucking vacation!
For our final segment, what we've all been waiting for, or some of y'all been thinking I've been dragging out, both of y'all could be right, is what does Real Talks think about this movie as a whole, overall? Cinematically, it's definitely getting a 7 out of 5. It was shot beautifully. I like the fight sequences. I like just how it was done, choreographed, you know. It just seemed like they used their environment very well to what was going on, and like what the situation entailed for in this fight. Like Bob wasn't always trying to or Hutch, you know, Hutch wasn't always trying to hurt people right away. Like he was trying to disarm them or kind of keep them at bay until they would hurt him, and then he'd be like, all right, fuck it. Now people are getting fucked up. You know, act up, you can get clapped up type shit, you know. Act up, you can get clapped up. Act up, you can get clapped up. Act up, you can get clapped up. Niggas out there acting like the king is smacked up. Story rating, I would give a 2 out of 5. You know, there was too much of it that was just kind of the same thing from the first movie. A copy and paste film, some may say. You know, a money grabber, you grubber. And it came back, I don't know, sorry. So as a whole, for Real Talks, this movie's definitely getting a 3 out of 5 reels from me. And that's some real talk. Thanks for tuning in. I've been your host, Keen Tut. Drop a like, drop a comment, subscribe, and tune in for the next episode, all right? Thank y'all very much. Be easy.